Okay, I have to tell you now about the standard normal distribution that is represented by Z. So if Z is normally distributed with a mean 0 and the variance 1, then we call that this is a standard normal distribution. One thing I forgot to mention in my previous session that when you have this normal distribution, though it was quite clearly like, when you draw this, so please remember that this is absolutely a symmetrical curve over here. If this is the mean over here, like in this case, this mean would be 0, then exactly half of the population data would be before this mean, and half of that would be lying after that mean. Okay. For example, if I have taken a test again, I had taken an example like you see the average marks of the class are 22, then exactly half of the class will have marks less than 22, and exactly the other half will have marks more than 22. Okay, and this is up to I think this is 2018, and this was 16, and this was up to 28. So all of them, they have marks between 16 and 28. ठीक है? So when you have this standard normal distribution which has a mean 0 and the variance 1, then you see that this will be divided up to, like, this is 1, 2, and 3 over here, and this one is -1, this is -2, and this is -3. Okay, so now we'll be seeing that how to find, like we'll be seeing, okay, what is the probability that Z is less than 1.28, or like, we'll be dealing with situations like this, and we'll be finding these probabilities. Now this is 1.28 over here, it is over here. uh, the further math people, they were finding these probabilities through the uh, integration, but now we shall be finding these probabilities through a table that we have. So let me take out the table. Okay, guys, we are on to exercise 8b, and you see the question is that we have to find, going to try this first part here. We have to find this probability that Z is less than 0.567. Okay, this Z is less than 0.567 is also called phi of 0.567. And if someone sitting over here from the further maths, they also have learned this as finding f of 0.567. Okay, f of 0.567 is going to be related with this Z. um, let me tell you why do we have this less than sign over here. Okay, basically this is taken from the concept of the cumulative frequency. Guys, if I show you quickly a cumulative frequency table over here, you must remember that, for example, when you have let's say you have a frequency distribution, you have the values from 10 to 20, and there you have 10 people in this, then you have 20 to 30, there are 12 people in it. Okay, then you have 30 to 40, let's say there are 8 people in it, and then you have 40 to 50, and suppose you have 5 people in it. That is your x, that is your frequency. Now to draw that cumulative frequency curve, you have seen that you guys write it as x is less than 10, and here you write the cumulative frequency, that is going to be 0. X is less than 20, that is going to be 12. X is less than 30, that is 20. X is less than 40, that is 28. And then X is less than 50, that is going to be, this was 10. Oh, this was 10 here. This was 22 here. This was 30 here. And this is going to be 35. So guys, you know this now. That is how you write your cumulative frequency distribution. Yes, बच्चों? बोलो यार जल्दी से.
Yes.
है ना? So
Yes, sir.
है ना? So X is less than 50. That is a maximum mark. So all of the class, that is 35 people, they have marks less than 50. Similarly, when you have cumulative, normal distribution curve over here. So this is also basically representing a cumulative frequency curve over here. So if this is the mean over here, so the probability that z is less than mu, that is going to be zero point 0.5. Now, we have drawn this in such a way that the total frequency is also 1. The total frequency is also 1. Remember, the area under a histogram gives you the total frequency. Yes or no? है ना? The area under a histogram is equal to the frequency.
Yes.
है ना? So we have kept this area equal to 1, though the probability is also, total probability is also 1. Okay. If this is the maximum mark, let's say this maximum mark is A. So probability Z is less than A is going to be equal to 1 over here. So this Z is less than A is basically this concept is taken from this cumulative frequency distribution. Okay. And this probability Z is less than A is also written as phi of A. Phi of A is 1. Okay. And now I'll be taking you to the table. Okay. So let me clear this and I'm going to write this question again. I have to find this probability that Z is less than 0.567. Okay, well, let's go to the table now. Now, where is my table? Here is my table. Okay, guys, uh, I have the table here. Now, this is 0.5. So up mere saath zara. Here is the 0.5. You pick this 0.5 from here. Okay. Very alert, bacho. We are going to learn this, how to find the probabilities from this table. So we have 0.5 here. So this is 0.5. Then you see where is your 6. This is your 6. So you go from this 0.5 like this, and you go down from this 6 over here. Okay. So you have here, you pick this 0.7123. So that is equal to 0.7123. Just wait. And then for this 7, for this third decimal place, you go again and you see that what do you have? What do you have under this 7 here? Okay. So this 7 over here. So you see that you have 2, 4. This 2, 4 would be written as 0.0024. So the probability that Z is less than, that is how you will be using this table, okay? So that is going to be 0.7147. The probability that anything, any mark is less than this is going to be this. And this is also written as phi of 0.567. That is 0.7147. Please be very alert, very attentive here. Okay, let me try one more from here. Let's see how to find this one, the probability, the second part here, B part. It says probability Z is less than or equal to 2.468. So this is basically phi of 2.468. So let's go to the table now. Now this is 2.468. So I'll go to the 2.4 first of all. Here is the 2.4. Okay, this is 2.4. And again, I have 6 by chance. Okay, so I'll go down from the 6 here. This is your 2.4 here. Okay, you can use rulers if you are people have eyesight like me. So this is your this is 0.9931, 0.9931, and then for this 8, you go further horizontally and then see what is under this 8 over here. Okay, so this is your 2. This 2 would be written as, you will write this correct to 4 decimal places. This is 0.0002. So this phi of 2.468 is going to be 0.9933. Okay, this is 0.9933. There's a probability that anything is less than 2.468. That is 0.9933. ठीक है बच्चों? So So far, you have seen that if you have probability z is less than a, this is written as phi of a, and you have seen how do you find this phi of a. Okay, next we see that, let me erase these from here. Okay, the next part you have here is, this is your, yeah, I'll be going to the part E now. Okay, I have my own way of doing this. So next we'll be trying the E part, the probability that Z is greater than 0.817. Okay, so uh, so going to the table now, guys, we do not like the greater sign while finding the probabilities, because you see, as I told you, that this has been based on to the cumulative frequency curve. So we don't like that is something is misbehaving with us when he's giving us this greater sign over here. So you need to change that with the less than sign. Okay, if you guys look at this curve over here, so now if you have to find z is greater than 0.87, let me keep it here and let me draw this myself. Okay, so when you define this probability, if you always draw this diagram, this doesn't take very long to draw this bell-shaped curve. Okay, so you have 0 here. Here it is 0.817. He's asking for this area. He's asking for this area. Okay, this table will always give you the area which is before this, which is less than this. So if I only know how to find probability z is less than 0.817, guys, how can I find this area? Yes. Hmm? Yes, beta?
Sir, one में से minus कर लें.
Yeah, this would be 1 minus probability z is less than 0.817, because the total area is 1 over here. Okay, so for your notes over here, if you have probability z is greater than a, so that will always be changed with 1 minus phi of a. 1 minus phi of a. Okay, so then this is going to be 1 minus phi of a. So this is 1 minus, let me use the brackets here. So I'll be going to the 0.8 first of all. So here it is the 0.8, okay? And then from here, I'll go from this 1 down from here, okay? So down to this and moving to this. So here is the first thing, that is 0.7910. 0.7910. And then for the 7, so I further go to the right, okay, and here it is under the 7, I have this 19. So I'll write this as plus 0.0019. Okay, so this is going to be 1 minus 0.7929. Can you please use your calculator and tell me what is this? This is 0.2071. Yes?
जी सर जी
Okay. So that is how you find this over here. Okay. Now let's go back to the book and see what is next here for us. Um, then you see, I'll be trying this. I'll be trying this. I believe you can, like, you have to do this yourself later, okay? But I just want to cover all these cases. Now, you see, I'll be taking to the G part now, okay? In this G part, you have to find probability that Z is less than minus 1.75. Okay, let's see how to do that. So going to the table here, okay, when you find the probability of any negative number, you see your table does not like giving you the negative values. This is only from, like, up to the first three, okay, from 0 to 3. So if I relate this with that thing, okay, as I told you that, this graph is always a symmetrical graph over here, okay? So you see, I told you that, you have all the data within the 3 standard deviations. So we can find these probabilities using the concept of the symmetry over here. If you define, like, suppose you have here, it is minus 1.75, okay? You want to find this area. before minus 1.75. So can I say this would be same as greater than 1.75? Yes? Yes, Bacho? Can I say this
Yes,
is
sir.
same as z is greater than 1.75? And you have seen just in the previous example that this would be 1 minus phi of 1.75. So for your notes, you can write it down that if you have probability z is less than minus a, which is going to be phi of minus a, and you can write it as 1 minus phi of a. Okay? I'm just leaving this up to you how to see this table, and I'm going to cover these cases quickly. Okay, now look at the case situation where you have to find this. Are you clear why this is 1 minus phi of a? Hmm?
G.
ठीक है बच्चों, अब मैं थोड़ा रश करूंगा तो इसलिए बेटा जरा you have to be with me. ठीक है, अच्छा, तो so far I have told you that if you have probability z is less than a, that is simply phi of a. Then I told you if you define probability z is greater than a, that is going to be 1 minus phi of a. And believe me, if you people try this through the diagrams, you will not have to rote memorize all of these things. Probability z is less than minus a is going to be phi of minus a, which is going to be 1 minus phi of a. Then guys, look at this C part. In the C part, you have probability Z is greater than minus 1.53. So if you draw the diagram, this will be very clear to you that, okay, now uncle is saying that, okay, if this is your minus 1.53, he wants you to give all this area, okay? And if you use the concept of symmetry here, you will see that this is going to be same as uh, less than 1.53. Yes or no? Hmm? The probability z is greater than minus 1.53, same as probability z is less than 1.53. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And now, beta,
Yes, sir.
so if you want to do all those steps, so you see that first of all, you will say that this is we don't like this greater than sign. Okay, so probability z is greater than minus 1.53. You will change that with the 1 minus probability z is less than minus 1.53. And again, we don't like this minus over here. So this is 1 minus probability z is less than 1.53. So through the working, you see you get the same 1 minus 1 plus probability z is less than 1.53. So these ones are cancelled. So you get the same thing. Okay. So you can write in your notes that probability z is greater than minus a is simply phi of a. That is phi of a. Okay. Acha. And I'm leaving that seeing the values from the table on up to you guys. Okay. Now, if you look at this, um, this sorry. Now the second question here. So you will see that in the second question you have this. Now you have to find the probability. Uh, don't get scared with these questions here. It says find the probability that your z is between 1.5 and this is 2.5. Okay, if you draw the diagram, believe me, you will not have to rote memorize all these things. Okay, so it says it is between this 1.5 and 2.5. Okay, so now suppose you have 1.5 here, you have 2.5 over here. So he's actually asking for this area, is asking for this area. Okay, so as you have done in your integration, the upper limit minus lower limit, you can simply say that this is going to be phi of 2.5 minus phi of 1.5. Yes or no? Hmm? Yes, bacho? Please tell me if you need some more explanation of this. If it is between A and B, so this is phi of B minus phi of a. That is how you will write this. क्यों भाई? Why are you so quiet, बच्चों? Hmm? Hello, are you clear how to find this between 1.5 and 2.5?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
everyone has gone so silent. Yes? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, just one last thing for this class. If you look at this H part, it says in this H part, that is the last part of the day. Then we shall continue the same, inshallah, in the next class. Okay, look at the last part of the day. It says in the H part, you have to find the probability that your Z is between minus 1.667 and 2.667. So you know that now you can write it as phi of 2.667 minus phi of minus 1.667. Yes. And you know this can be changed where this is you will find this through the table 667, and you can write it as 1 minus phi of 1.667, and this would become phi of 2.667 plus phi of 1.667 and minus 1. Okay, I'm leaving this up to here, and inshallah we'll cover the upcoming parts in the next class, inshallah. Thank you very much, bacho.